To everyone else, I was a live-in son-in-law. To my wife, I was a useless husband. But one phone call made the entire city of Jiangcheng shake. At that moment, in an abandoned building on the west outskirts of town, a cold, bloodthirsty voice cut through the rain. Well, Miss Su, nowhere left to run? Su Wan was curled up in the corner, her once pristine white blazer soaked through with mud, turned a dirty gray. 5 men in black raincoats fanned out in front of her. The one up front had a nasty scar across his face, casually flipping a switchblade. Zhao Tai sent you, didn't he? Su Wan gritted her teeth, her whole body shaking, but she refused to let go of the last shred of dignity she had as a manager of the Su Group. Scarface let out a cold laugh. Manager Su, don't be naive. Young Master Zhao is a civilized man. He doesn't get his hands dirty. Blame yourself for not knowing your place. Someone's got to pay for that massive hole in the Su family's project funds with their life. Su Wan's pupils shrank. Not Zhao Tai, the Su family's project funds. In a flash, Su Hao's fake smile surfaced in her mind. Tonight, it was Su Hao who sent her here to inspect the site. Said all she had to do was sign and the bank would release the funds. It was a trap all along. Her own cousin was going to bury her here to cover up his embezzlement. In that moment, her mind didn't go to the Su family's coldness or the backstabbing at work. It went to him, the man who wore an apron at home and never said a word back to anyone. The husband everyone had called a pushover for 3 years. The guy who rode his little electric scooter to buy groceries every day and quietly set a bowl of hot noodles on the table every time he got home. Gu Chen. Su Wan's eyes burned, tears mixing with the rain on her face. While the thugs were busy laughing and mocking her, she used her trembling fingers, pure muscle memory, and dialed the number pinned at the top of her contacts. Back at the Happiness Lane Market, I was just about to head home when my phone buzzed in my pocket. I looked at the screen and smiled. Hey babe, it's raining. Did you forget your umbrella again? Wait for me, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Tonight I made you... A weak voice came through the line. My feet stopped dead. That wasn't Su Wan's usual cool, composed voice. It was the desperate cry of someone on the edge of death. Gu Chen, I'm sorry, I don't think I'm coming home. Next life, find a wife who actually deserves you. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to eat. A sharp crash, then the line went dead. I stood in the middle of the market, frozen. Then slowly, a chill started radiating off me. I reached into my pocket and pulled out a second phone. Pure black, no logo, no branding, a satellite phone. It hadn't been turned on in 3 years. This was the only line connecting me to the Gu Empire, the one that made the world's most powerful people tremble. It was the chain I'd used to lock myself away. But now, the chain was broken. I powered it on and dialed. My lord, 3 years, you finally called. Abu, trace Su Wan's phone signal. 1 minute. Mobilize every Dragon Guard in Jiangcheng, and I want the entire West District locked down, now. Yes, my lord. Anyone who gets in the way, kill them. I hung up and walked out of the market. Rain was pouring down, soaking me instantly. I didn't go to my beat-up scooter. Instead, I walked straight to a black Rolls-Royce that had been parked by the curb for years. The driver did a double take when he saw me coming, then caught the murderous look in my eyes. Dropped to his knees right there in the rain. I yanked the door open and tore into the night at a speed that bordered on insane. One thought, and one thought only. If Su Wan has a single hair out of place, I will burn this entire city to the ground. Meanwhile, Su Wan's phone lay shattered on the ground. She closed her eyes in despair, curling herself into a ball, waiting for the end. Scarface grinned and grabbed Su Wan by the hair. What a pretty face. Shame. If young Master Su wasn't in such a rush, the boys and I might have had a little fun with you first. Su Hao, even as a ghost, I will not let you go. Scarface's eyes turned vicious. He raised the blade and drove it toward Su Wan's chest, when a blinding beam of light ripped through the darkness like a knife. Who's there? Scarface froze, throwing his arm up to shield his eyes. A massive black vehicle came roaring in. Move, that guy's insane! The thugs scattered in a panic. Before the car even stopped, 1 foot and a cheap pair of flip-flops stepped into the mud. All 5 of those killers felt their breath catch at the exact same moment, like an invisible hand had just clamped around their hearts. No rage, no shouting, just pure, absolute coldness, like a god looking down at a bunch of insects not even worth killing. Scarface dragged himself up out of the mud. Ha! I was wondering who the hell... It's the Su family's kept little house husband. What, you here to collect the body? Were you actually trying to fight us? His boys burst out laughing. Whatever fear they'd felt a second ago completely vanished the moment they got a look at my outfit. This loser can barely ride that janky little scooter of his. That car's definitely stolen. Kid, you want to play hero? Know your place. Get home and eat your free meals or I'll put you in the ground right next to her. Su Wan forced her eyes open and, through her blurred vision, made out a familiar silhouette. Gu Chen, but run! They have weapons, just go, don't worry about me! She knew I was timid, couldn't even watch a chicken get slaughtered. How could I possibly take on a crew of killers like this? I ignored every laugh around me, didn't even glance at the thugs with their weapons. My eyes went straight through the rain to Su Wan, covered in mud, ankle swollen. My chest ached. 3 years of keeping my head down, letting people call me worthless. I thought staying low-key was protecting her. Turns out my weakness was exactly what put her through all this. I'm sorry, Wan Wan, I'm late. I walked towards Su Wan step by step. The mud and water under my feet splashed outward in every direction, like the ground itself couldn't handle the pressure. This punk wants to die. Take him out. My complete indifference pushed Scarface over the edge. He gave a nod to 2 guys beside him. They swung their steel pipes straight at the back of my head. Gu Chen, behind you! Su Wan screamed and squeezed her eyes shut, but the thud and cry she expected never came. Instead, 2 sharp cracks of bone. The attackers hadn't even processed what happened before they hit the ground. Their steel pipes were already in my hands. The whole thing took less than a second. Scarface's smirk froze on his face, eyes nearly popping out of his skull. I tossed the pipes aside, expression completely blank, not even a faster heartbeat. I kept walking towards Su Wan, my voice dead calm in a way that made your skin crawl. Which hand touched her?